Number 1, they could have solved it if they had tried. Number 2, if you tried again, you would succeed. If plus subject plus verb 2, subject plus would plus verb 1. They with us if they had come in time. If they had come in time, so they could have joined if they had come in time is the correct option. Likewise, she will break the vase if you leave her in the room. She would write the story if she were taught. If she were taught. And you must be wondering, sir, she is singular. And why are we using were for she? So, if it is a hypothetical case, then we have to use plural verb like if she were taught. Number 6. Oil floats if it is poured into the water. Oil floats if it is poured into the water. If you want to get success, work hard, because this is an imperative type of sentence. So in such case you need to use verb 1. If you want to get success, work hard. I would visit all the villages of Nepal if I were a traveler. I would visit all the villages of Nepal if I were a traveler. If you want to be free, you can leave. If you want to be free, you can leave. Like an imperative sentence. Now the next question is, I could not see this. Okay, 9, 10 number. I could not see. Okay, she would come to you if she. This question is not in a good format. She would come to you if she. Okay, this question is incomplete. If you. Bhim passed the SE if he had worked harder at school. Bhim would have passed the SE if he had worked harder at school. Bhim would have passed the SE if he had worked harder at school. Provided that you were the president. It means if you were the president, what would you do? Provided that you were the president, what would you do? Water changes into steam if it boils. Okay. She can treat the patients carefully if she is a doctor or were a doctor. So please, now this time please guess. She can treat the patients carefully if she is a doctor. Okay, if she is a doctor, she can treat the patients carefully. If you want to pass exam, study well. Yes, imperative sentence. So study well. Very good. Mixed type SC papers. Okay, number 1. Okay, we don't know about numbers. Okay, here it is a bit problematic. If I feel sick, I shall stay at home. Very good. I shall stay at home, because will and shall, they work like synonymously. They work like synonymously in a sentence. So that's why I shall stay at home. If it rained heavily, they would postpone. Okay, there is verb 2 in the left hand side. If it rained, so you must search for would plus verb 1. Only this trick you need to use. If it rained heavily, they would postpone the match. If I were you, I would do that. I would do that. If I were you, I would do that. If it, I wouldn't go there. Okay. If it rained, I wouldn't go there. If it rained, I wouldn't go there. If it rains, don't go out to play. Please remember, dear students, if in a sentence we have imperative, for example, some request, some command, some suggestion, if you have, then remember the first type of rule you need to use here. If it rains, don't go out to play. Number, let's say 7 or what it is. If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. If I had enough money, I would buy a new car. If I were there, I would see him. If I were there, I would see him. If I were a teacher, I would not punish pupils. If I were a teacher, I would not punish pupils. If I were a rich man, I would buy, let's say something. If I knew him, I would help him. If I knew him, I would help him. If I hadn't learned French, I would have spoken with the tourist. But this sentence is not, practical. If I hadn't learned French, I would have spoken with the tourist, or I would have spoken with the tourist. Okay, not that practical. Anyway, if I had joined the public service, I would have been the topmost officer. I would have been a topmost officer. I would never get angry. If I were you, I would never get angry. I would never get angry with my friends. A bird, I would fly in the sky. If I were a bird, I would fly in the sky. If I were a bird, I would fly in the sky. Okay, next one. If we requested. Okay, this question is quite incomplete. If I were rich, I would give all my properties away to the poor and needy, maybe. Okay, butter melts if it is heated. Butter melts if it is heated. Next one is, Manju would have written the book if she had known how to write. Manju would have written the book if she had known how to write only. If I were you, I wouldn't squander the money. If I were you, I wouldn't squander the money. Don't give her anything unless she asked or had asked. The answer is ASKS, asks. Because don't give her anything. This is an imperative. This is an imperative. That's why you would say don't give her anything unless she asks. Okay, dear students, our exercise is over. So if you have any confusion, you may ask me now.